Okay, hey everybody, we're back. Anyway, last night I was in Safeway and uh, I've been researching, trying to find something that doesn't sweat. You know, you put ice in a plastic cup and it sweats, and I was having a big problem with that because it would sweat and uh, and run down the side of this little table here. It'd run down the side, so I bought a coasters. I bought some coasters. Well, it would fill up the coaster, and when you picked up your plastic cup, coaster would come up and dump water. And so I found out that you could put salt in the coaster and keep the glass from sticking. Well, that's fine until the salt melts, and then guess what? The coaster comes up, pours water off. And so I've been frustrated, big time frustrated with this. And I looked up everything and couldn't find anything. Nothing. And I mean, look at this is salt. You can see it glistening that I've been using. And so I even tried double-sided tape. That kept it down, but, you know, and I've got the same thing going on in my bedroom. It would keep the coaster down, but if you took a drink, you're still going to get ice water dripped on your chest. So I was really frustrated, and I looked up, I think it was non-sweating glasses or something like that, and ordered a couple from Walmart, and I'm not sure what, they're just glasses. But anyway, I was in Safeway last night, and I had never heard of a Reduce, Reduce. And it says that it would cut down on sweating and all of this. So I'm like, okay, I'll give it a shot. $14. You know, I'm frustrated enough. So why not? You know, why not give it a shot? It's better than being frustrated. And so I got home. By the time I got home, it was close to 6:30 or so. And so I washed it. And of course, you should wash everything that you buy, any type of utensil you're going to put in your mouth. Wash it because you don't know who's touched it and what kind of EBGBs they have. So I washed it and everything. And about 7 o'clock last night, I filled it with ice and water. And at 1900, 7 o'clock. And I was on my computer until midnight. So that's what, 5 hours, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, yeah. 5 hours. And I says, okay, I'm going to bed because I don't sleep much anyway. And so anyway, I turned everything off and I reached over to pick it up, and it still had ice and water in it. So I took that in the bedroom. And at 3 o'clock in the morning, I get up and I came out here. For some reason, I came out into the living room and then I went back, and so anyway, I went back to the bedroom and I think I was watching a movie or something, and I reached over and grabbed this cup, and it still had ice and water in it. And I tasted the water, and yeah, it was ice cold. And I watched the movie and everything. About 6 o'clock this morning, it still had ice and water in it. I'm like, this is amazing. You know, at 7 o'clock, it still had ice and water. 0700, it had ice and water. And I'm like, this is unreal. Literally unreal. And then at 10, I checked it again, and it still had ice and water in it. And I'm going, this is crazy. How can this happen? How can this be? And there was no sweating at all. Nothing. My hands didn't get wet touching it or anything. And then finally at about 11:30 or so, so you're talking, let's see, 1900, which is 7 o'clock to 7 in the morning, is 12 hours. So that's 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and a half hours there was ice and water in it. I am not joking. I am not kidding. It didn't sweat at all. It didn't even feel cool to the touch. It felt like your normal temperature, your room temperature. And, I mean, it beats putting double-sided stickums on there and still getting ice water on you. So I was like, this is crazy. And I mean, it has a really nice thick straw, or you could take straw out and just use this latch that seals it. And that is, I don't know if you can see this, but that's the drink part that you suck out of. And it's guaranteed not to dribble or spill. I've got tea in it right now. But yeah, it's called Reduce, Reduce. And I'm letting you know right now, I am impressed, and it's hard to impress me. I mean, it's really hard to impress me. So for this to actually, do what it says, because a lot of things you buy don't do what they say. And anyway, yeah, this, I was actually in shock. I mean, from 7 o'clock last night till 7 this morning, that's 12 hours. 13, 12, and, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 and a half hours it kept ice and water in there, in this cup, and which is going to reduce a lot. I mean, I've got an ice machine that can't keep up with me. And because I drink a lot of water, I drink a lot of tea, and I'm always using ice. And granted, $2.20 for a 10-pound bag of ice, but a 10-pound bag of ice, I'm going to let you know, lasts me about 2 days. I'm serious. And, because when I would have a drink that would be in the plastic glass, the ice would just dissipate instantly. And I even wondered why it was melting so quick, and this was out of the ice maker. I looked at it, silly ice cubes were hollow. No wonder. You're getting about a quarter of an inch of ice, is all. So yeah, I get a lot of ice. I've got them at the little store down the road. If I walk in there to buy something, when I get ready to leave, they always say, "Do you need ice?" I mean, and you won't hear them say it to anybody else, but they'll say it to me. And one girl in there, it's funny, Kirsten, something. I came in there one day and they didn't have any ice. I left, went across the street, and I was only gone like 5 minutes to get ice, and the ice people showed up. And so I started calling her the ice girl. But anyway, that's just an inside joke between she and I. But yeah, I'm impressed with this cup, big time. And if y'all see one, grab it. I mean, it's $14. That's, you figure it, $2 a if I go through 2 bags of ice a week, okay, in let's see, it's 2 bags of ice a week. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. In 8 weeks, it will pay for itself, because what'll happen is I'll end up using maybe not even 2 bags a week. Probably I won't even use a whole bag a week. I'm gonna bet on that. That's how well this thing works. I'm gonna bet that, because I had 1 scoop of ice in it last night's all. And for it to last that 16 and a half hours, usually those big cups that I'm using are the ones you get at the theater. What do they call those things? Loyalty cups. And I was getting those, and fill them with ice and fill them with water, and within an hour the ice is dissipated, and the water is just like warm. Oh, and that's another thing. Last night I had the heater going on in here, and while I was sitting here for 5 hours, and it still kept the ice in there frozen and the water cold. So yeah, if you can find a Reduce, plus it's environmentally healthy, because you're not tossing it away. Of course, I don't toss my loyalty cups away either, but I'll use those for kids when they come over. But this works. I just wanted to share that, man. I mean, like I say, I haven't used it on hot drinks yet, but I'm sure it will work perfect on hot drinks. Okay, so that being said, and like I just said, I used the heater last night, and so with the heater going, it's starting to get cool, and right now it's showing that it's 67 outside, so I think the Arizona heat is gone. So yeah, it's, if you're in a warm place, go swimming. If you're in a cold place, snuggle up, or go find an indoor pool. Anyway, don't forget to like this, and if you use something else that works, let me know in the comments for sure. And don't forget to subscribe, and we love y'all. Bye.